Hi everyone, my name is Megan McGinnis and I am passionate about online education. With everything going on, I think it's just imperative that we kind of make make note of some important things that you need to do as you are trying to switch your educational platform to an online platform. I have been teaching online since 2009. My master's degree program and my doctoral program is entirely online. And I have definitely learned the advantages of being able to be a learner and a teacher online. I have explored many different overcome many different obstacles in trying to create a platform that is most conducive to the learner. So here are some top 5 strategies in teaching online. The very first one is know your audience. Know exactly the level of technology that they're capable of. Now, this is going to work whether if you're an elementary teacher, high school teacher, or teaching in higher education. You just got to be aware of your students and what they are capable of doing. First, you need to know what kind of technology that they have available to them. So being able to talk to them and see what avenues they have to be able to go online and be able to work with different programs, and also know their capabilities. How comfortable are they navigating these online resources? So definitely, first, know your audience. The second is when you are creating things online, it's really good to be short and sweet and to the point. Don't get too wordy with them. When I know as a student, and definitely as a teacher, if I get really long in announcements and telling them what to do, you kind of can lose your student and seeing too many words. And sometimes when a student opens an email or announcement and sees that it's so wordy, they start to shut down. So it's really good to be short and sweet. Bullet points are excellent. They kind of just highlight exactly what needs to be accomplished. All right, so number 3, try to stay in one place. It's important that there's many different platforms that we can use, many different learning management systems. We have Canvas, Blackboard, I know there's PowerSchool Learning and so forth. So these platforms, they're really great to be able to house your class. What you don't want to do is to have your students going many different places. So you don't want them to open the course and tell them, hey, these are 5 different websites you need to now go to be able to get the content. So try to keep everything in one place. I know in the learning management systems I work with, I always I'll have a page open, and if I want them to go somewhere, I try to limit to the one different other web resource. So I try not to go over that, and I try to also embed it into the course. So those are really helpful. So make that learning management system, make your course in your learning management system your one-stop shop. So just preventing students from being overwhelmed, having to navigate to multiple areas. All right, so number 4, redundancy is your friend. Now, there is a way that you can get too redundant, but one thing I want to say is that it's helpful if students find this information that needs to be accomplished in multiple areas, in the same kind. So what I do in my classes is I will post in announcements and say, okay, this is what needs to be addressed this week. And I bullet it out, I make it short and sweet. Now, if they navigate to another page, they actually see the exact same information on what needs to be done. And then as the week progresses, I send out another announcement and I say, hey, don't forget these things need to be done. So redundant, it's okay to have it in multiple places and saying the exact same thing. That really alleviates some confusion for a student. What you don't want to do is you don't want to have announcements saying, don't forget to do this, and then another page that says, don't forget to do this, and then another email that goes out and says, don't forget to do another thing. So you want to avoid that because the students get really confused. So redundancy, again, is your friend. The fifth, and I say the most important thing is communication is key. your students need to know that there is not a robot on the other end of whatever platform you're learning. They need to know that you're available and that you are a human and you're available to talk to them and work out any questions and so forth. I cannot reiterate this enough. Know that if you have not taught online or delivered your class online, to go online, you have a very anxious or potentially anxious student on the other end. So one of the ways to ease that anxiety is to make sure that they know that you're available for questions and to be constantly communicating with them. And try to personalize the communication. I know when I'm responding, whether it's in a discussion or making a comment for a grade or definitely email, is that I say the student's name first. And I'll say, okay, Susie, I see what the issue is here, or how can I help you in working through this particular technology issue or so forth. So I always use their name when I'm talking to them so they know, hey, I'm listening to what you're saying and I'm not just sending out a generic standardized message that I would give to everybody. So just making sure that you are communicating with them and that you know that you're there to address any questions. So when you're doing this whole online platform, please go ahead, keep in mind these 5 things. Again, just going over, know your audience, keep it short and sweet, stay in one place, redundancy is your friend, and communication is key. Feel free to leave any comments below, and if you have any questions or any other videos that you want to see on how to make this online experience a positive experience both for you and your students. Thank you.